Hi, Aga.
Hi, Nishka.
So how are you?
Well, I'm quite fine today and quite excited, I have to say, because what are we gonna do today?
Right, it's kind of a different video than we normally do. We're doing something very special here on the Eureka channel. We're going to have a conversation and we're going to talk about all of the projects, or a selection of projects, I should say, from the last year. So we're doing like a little bit of it's a combination between a wrap up of the year, a countdown, and we're also going to be rating how we feel about the project. And I heard that you also have a few fun behind the scenes stories that
Yes,
no one's heard before.
yes, and I'm super excited to share them as well because I never get to, and some of them are really funny or really weird or strange. So I'm super excited to tell everyone all about the behind the scenes of creating this project. So we're going to discuss some of the projects that we thought were interesting and also some of the projects that our viewers and our followers thought that were interesting from our group, the Beater's Nook. If anybody watching doesn't know the group, it's going to be linked down in the description. So make sure you check that out and join us so that you can maybe choose the project for next videos next year.
Yeah, awesome. So, how do you want to start? Is there a particular project that you want to talk about first that is like the biggest on your mind for something interesting that happened in the last year? Or are we going in chronological order? What do you think?
Well, I think we can go in chronological order with the most interesting projects. But incidentally, one of the most interesting projects, the biggest ones this year that I wanted to talk about, is one of the first ones as well. So we did the Debutante Bracelet in January, I think. And if you will look at the picture, we're going to be sharing a lot of pictures and snippets and videos as well, by the way, so that everyone can see what we're talking about. So if you look at it, I actually started out by creating a bead embroidered project. So this is what it was going to be. I used like one of my favorite colors of Krakowski crystals, and I made this kind of a prototype. But then it took me so much time that I thought, no way, it's going to make for a good tutorial because it's like too long. So I switched to beading and bead weaving, and that's how we got what we have in the tutorial, which incidentally also ended up very long, but many people liked it. So I don't know, what do you think? Do you think like long tutorials are the way to go? Because this is one of the most popular ones this year.
I mean, I love this bracelet. It's absolutely stunning. I think debutante is right. It has this like luxury feel. There's something very sort of like lacy around the edges. It really has this like rich, beautiful just style to it. So I think this tutorial was amazing. But I know that there's like people who sometimes see the length of the tutorial and go, oh no, I'm not watching all of this. So I understand that, but I'm surprised people were really, really, really loving this one. I love how you explained how to do everything in detail. I think there's probably a lot of people who learned how to do bezeling, the two different kinds of bezels that you did in this project, just from your video. So, yeah, that's a thumbs up from me. Do you want to rate it on a scale of 0 to 10? Or are we doing zero
Yeah.
to five?
Yeah, let's rate it. Tell me when you're ready with the rating.
Okay, let me write it down. Yeah, I've got my number here. All right, 1, 2, 3.
One, two, three.
Can you see mine? My
Oh, you gave
background is
it a
blurred.
9.
I gave it a
Wow,
9.
okay. I gave it an 8.
I think it's gorgeous. I think it's one of my favorites from this year. I think we started the year off very strong. Also, the colors. Loved the colors.
Oh yeah, they turned out kind of like a Mardi Gras vibe, so this kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah, yeah. Very, kind of gives it a kind of a royal feel too.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. I give it an 8 because basically I just didn't want to start with a 10 because what else is waiting for us down the list, right?
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, so why don't we go on to the next project that we wanted to talk about, which would be the beaded bead that were made with the supplies from our anniversary collection, the Crystal Waters collection that was in March. And yeah, I really like that project. And beaded beads are very kind of universal. They're very versatile. You can make earrings with them. You can put them on a chain, make a bracelet, make a necklace. So I really like them, and I discovered that I haven't really done many tutorials or even just for myself projects with beaded beads. So that was a good opportunity, and this was just, especially considering that beaded beads are basically just going around until you have a bead. So it's just doing rounds. So yeah, I love them. I love beaded beads.
Yeah, I love beaded beads too. In general, I like beaded components. So making like a either like even a flat like square or like a flower shape or a bead, something three-dimensional that you can then turn into so many different things. And I think this is one of the things where like our collections or our beadwave boxes are really perfect for this because you can make so many components and then you have like just your imagination is limiting you in what you can do with them, like drop several and make like a long earring or a bunch on a strand for a necklace or a single piece. You can do so much. So yeah, and this in particular, I really like this one. It's very cute. It's nice and small, so it's usable in so many different ways. I love this project too. And again, the colors from the collection, the Crystal Waters collection, they're so vibrant and like lively. There's this electric pink. I just loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
It's not that they're just like our brand colors, because that's what you might think, but we actually really love these colors, especially if you like do them with gold, like in this case. I really love this combination. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
teal,
there's
pink, and gold.
yeah. There's
When
one thing though that I don't like about Beaded Bead. You know what that might be? They're
wait,
very
wait, you
hard.
complained about this before, but I can't remember. Remind me what it was you were saying.
They are super hard to photograph because they're really nice looking from like where the chain would go through them, because they're a bead, so they have a hole through them. But also they look nice from the side, and it doesn't matter how you shoot them, you never get like everything in one picture, so they're really hard to photograph. But I think that's like the only thing I dislike about this sort of projects.
Yeah, because they're
Uh,
3D, so like you can never get a good angle. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah.
You'd need like a little video clip of them like rolling around or something. That would be fun.
Yeah. Okay. So, shall we rate this project?
Yes. Yes. All right. Writing it down.
All
Ready?
right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, thank you. I give it a 7 because there's the issue with the photographing, and it's smaller than the bracelet, so it can be like the same as the bracelet, right?
I think it can be. I mean, I like them. They're so cute.
Okay. Let's go on with our list of interesting projects. And I really wanted to talk about this one. There was this project that was not a beading project per se, but it was a jewelry making project. It was the Anklet. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, it was like a project in the summertime.
Yes, exactly. It was made with like a new series of Gleamcraft findings with all of these cute charms and everything.
That's
And
right. That's right.
in fact, it's a very simple project, and it's so easy to make, and you can like, have an elegant accessory for the beach. And
Yeah,
I
it's like a
like this
charm
project.
anklet.
Yeah, a charm anklet. So that's a really simple project, but I have like a story that's related to it that's a little bit funny,
Okay, do
because
tell.
yeah, see, I always try to take some nice photos with each project, right? And this anklet, when it's laying flat, it doesn't really give what it's supposed to be giving. So it needed a picture on an ankle, but I sooner die than have my ankles photographed. So I didn't want to do it. And sadly, there was no time to get any like friends over and to have them model for the anklet. There was just too much hassle with it. And I had to like, finish this project and add the photos right there and then. So I was going around the town looking in all of the like DIY and home improvement stores for something that could have the shape of an ankle that this anklet would look good on. And I was like so resigned. I couldn't find anything. Like, where can you go to shop for a foot, right? And a foot that wouldn't look, like if it's styrofoam, it wouldn't look that nice. If it's plastic, it wouldn't look that nice. So I was looking for something that could really do well as a prop for this kind of photo shoot. And I was so resigned until I like went by clothing store. I can't remember what clothing store that was, but I do remember that it had like mannequins on in the window, and it was the perfect time. The sun was about to set, so it was just like the last minute. And I remember saying just like, I don't care anymore, let's do it. The sun was shining just the right way, so I had my friend, who also didn't want to have her ankles photographed, by the way, thank you very much, so she was kind of standing guard as I took the shoe off this mannequin and kind of non-consensually took pictures of its feet with the anklet on. So that was quite an adventure. I think that was the biggest adventure, like outside of my like studio and recording studio, that I had with any project.
Oh
So
my
that was
God.
quite interesting. Yeah.
Did you get caught? Did anyone see you?
Actually, no. I think they don't pay the workers enough to care for such things. Also,
You were quick. No one was around to watch
yeah,
you.
super
Put
quick.
the shoe back on and took off down the street.
Yeah, and that's how we got pictures for this anklet. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. Oh my God, that's so funny. I don't think you can top this story this year, can you?
Yeah, I don't think so either. No, no.
All right, so
So,
time to rate the anklet then.
yeah, let's rate it. I'm not sure how to rate it really. If I should rate it like aesthetically, because it's not like super complicated, but also this adventure was unforgettable to me because I'm an introvert, and that was, you know, adrenaline was like at the top then. So,
Excitement. Well, I've got my rating.
okay, 1, 2, 3. Another 9. Come on.
See, that's a trend.
Yeah, I rated another
Um,
7. I think
no,
7
I
is
think
going
this
to be.
story is a 9, so I love it.
All right, so the next project that we have on our list is one that I wanted to talk about because I've done myself dirty on this one, really. And what I'm talking about are the ice blossom earrings that we made with our Merry Mistletoe beading kit. That's like a second project that you can make with those kits, and they ended up being
Those
real
earrings were
nice.
beautiful. They were
Oh,
they're
thank
just
you.
stunning. I think they're very inventive use of the two-hole beads and just gorgeous. So what happened? Why were they such a challenge for you?
Yeah, I actually mentioned it on social media, but I done myself dirty because I didn't look at the product list before I started like designing. And I designed these with super duos. So I made the entire design. I was super happy with myself. And then when I started recording, I just decided, well, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at the list of products. that are supposed to be in the beading kit, because that's what I was supposed to be using for this project. And I discovered that there were no super duos on that list. There were mini duos. And as you know,
No.
yeah,
Oh my
that's like a
God. I think
classic mistake.
this has happened to so many people before.
Yeah, it's a classic one. So I actually cried a little when I discovered that. I was like, everything was set up for me to record the tutorial. And then I look at the list and it's mini duos and not super duos. So I had to like rework it all over again. I had to dismantle this original project because I wanted to make it with like just the beads that were in the kit. So I didn't want to use any more. I wanted to make sure of that. So I had to take them all apart, the earring that I made. And
Count everything, make sure, yeah, you've got the counts right. And not, oh God. Sometimes beading is like, it's a beautiful art, but the mathy part of it, like, just short circuits my brain. I don't like counting. I don't like doing math. So this is, oh God. I feel for you with this one.
yeah, so that wasn't nice, but in the end, thankfully, the earring turned out real nice, and some people really liked them as well. So
Yeah, and
this
it's cool to
project,
have another project for like a kit that we have. Use multiple options
exactly,
with it.
yeah, yeah. And if you like get two different colorways, you can make one of this design and one of the other design, and I think that's real nice. Let's rate it.
Yes. Okay, ready?
No, wait, I'm actually changing my rating. Yeah, that's better. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Another 9 from you. Wow.
I'm never gonna give any of your projects a bad rating. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I guess I'm the one who has to like criticize them now. So,
Well, I think everyone knows this contest is rigged.
yeah, so I'm giving them an 8 because of all the dismantling process and everything. But it's a very high note because they're actually quite easy to make, despite what you might think, how they look so complicated and everything. But they're quite easy to make, and it's really great fun to make them. So the next project, I don't think we're going to be rating because nobody actually knows about this project because it never actually happened. I only have
Ooh.
this prototype that I made with the August collection, the Sunflower Bliss collection.
So
That's
what's the story behind this one? Why did it never get made?
Well, I wasn't quite satisfied with it. I thought that it could be done better, but I didn't really have time. But the story actually is that Gina from Orchid and Opal, Jewelry and Beads, who curated the collection, we were in contact, we were emailing, and she sent me some ideas for designs that she prepared with her collection. And actually, one of her designs, the Velvet Queen or Scarlet Queen design, her pendant design that she made with this collection was, I wouldn't say almost the same, but it was very similar to mine. Like the idea was very similar. We used the triangle beads the same way, and it was just so nice to feel like, great minds think alike, and maybe my mind is almost as great as hers, for designing and stuff. So
Yeah,
it was,
great beater minds, right?
yeah. So it was just, oh, besties. Okay. Like we thought of the same like solutions and dealing, and it's just so nice. So yeah, I'm not gonna record a tutorial for this one, but the good news is that you have a better option available at Orchid and Opal's YouTube channel, and you can make something similar. So let's not rate it because it wasn't actually published. Let's go on to the next project that's on the list that also has a story of me messing up a little bit tied to it. Is the Curon bracelet. and it's really nice. I really like the design. It's super easy, so go check that out if you like easy project. But the story is actually about the nib bead,
Nibbit beads. It's hard to
these
say
ones.
that fast. It's like a tongue twister. Nibbit
Yeah,
beads.
nib bead. Okay, so the story is, remember how some time ago we did beadway boxes with nibbit beads, and I accidentally provided this color on the list of supplies for these boxes, and they weren't supposed to be there. So we got a lot of these, and I just promised that I would do something with them at some point. And after some time, finally, this bracelet and this project was it. And that's how I could use the beads that we got definitely a lot of and definitely too much of. This
So this
bracelet
is
was
a guilt
basically,
design.
yeah, that was born of guilt.
We just overstocked this color.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
it?
And I
Yeah.
felt a little bit guilty about it. So some nice things can come out of guilt, as it turns out. Yeah.
Yeah, this Curon bracelet, it really caught my eye also because it's so there's something about it that's like very contemporary. It's a kind of jewelry that I think you can wear like every day.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is with like, some beaded jewelry, especially even some of your projects are like a little more elaborate. I would say like the debutante like bracelet is not something that you could wear every day, but the Curon bracelet, absolutely. So I think it's also a really good project for anyone who makes jewelry for like gifts or vendor fairs or anything like that, because this is something that people can see themselves wearing like
Yeah.
daily.
Definitely. And even this colorway is like so elegant and neutral. So,
Yeah, it goes with anything. So yeah, excellent project. I really like this one. So we're rating it.
yeah, let's rate it.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Another 9. Oh my God. That's what you were thinking so long about.
Yeah, I had to decide if I was just gonna continue with the theme or not.
Okay. Anyway, I gave it a 7 because I really like this design, but also like it's not one of my favorites. So,
I mean,
a
it's not
7.
fanciful, so that's
Yeah.
probably why it's like less fun, but it's just so good. I think that's why I gave it a 9.
Yeah, we should get more controversial here so that people disagree with us. I don't know.
Maybe people will tell us that all of these should be zeros, and they'll tell us in the comments why. If you feel that way, please tell us, and we will tell you why you're wrong.
Let's go on to the next project that I really liked. I like so many of these projects. Like, oh my God, would you expect that? I like my own project.
If you didn't
Yeah.
like them, we wouldn't post them.
Yeah, I wouldn't, I don't think I would record them if I didn't like them in the end. And I wouldn't record them if they weren't perfect. As perfect as I could make them, let's say. And that's tied to the theme of the next project, let's say, because I wanted to talk about the fairy's thimble necklace that I recorded this tutorial with beads and supplies from the September collection, Alpine Vista. You remember that one?
Yeah, that's the one that's got like the cows on it, and it's like this beautiful like valley that's like green and like blue sky. It has a very like Swiss feel.
Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't think about it. It is the Swiss collection. Right, so I made a note about making them as perfect as they can be because I actually made this necklace in 3 different versions. The 2 first versions that I made with different beads, they were like prototypes, and each time I improved something. And that's why I always, always, always do a prototype or even 2 or even 3 so that I can finally get it to the point where it's like the best it can be. And in here as well, it mattered for like how the necklace drapes on your neck and everything. That and also about this project, I don't know about you, but I really love activities in my life where it's so repetitive, it's calming. Like in here, you just basically do the same movement for the entire necklace. And maybe that's why I made 3 because like I was just, watching my show and just
Because
doing this.
it's a little bit like I want to say like mesmerizing, but like not with your mind so much as with your hands. Like it keeps your hands busy in a repetitive motion that your brain can just like zone out.
Oh yeah, maybe it's like a form of meditation.
Yeah, or like when people like do like different, they use prayer beads, for example, and go through. I've heard people say the same thing about like knitting and crochet. Like once you're down and making that same stitch over and over, you don't have to think anymore, and your brain just sort of goes into the zone. So I can totally see that. And with this necklace, how long was it? Like, how long did it take you to make?
I think definitely like 6 episodes.
Wait, half hour episodes or hour long episodes?
45 minutes, I think.
Okay.
One of those shows that still had the long episodes. Although nowadays, I think most shows have longer episodes,
But fewer
don't they?
in a
Yeah,
season.
yeah. So this is something that will take you a long time, but it's very repetitive and it has health benefits because it's like meditation and you can zone out. So that's another like benefit of beading that we just discovered. Okay.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Are we rating it?
Yeah, let's rate it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Surprise, another 9. And I actually this time
Ah,
also gave it a 9.
you also gave
So,
it a 9. Why? This is the highest that you've rated something. Please.
yeah. Well, I guess it's just I made a black and gold version, which is like my favorite combination. As you can see, I'm rocking one of our designs in a black and gold version here as well. So that's like my favorite combination. And I made this necklace in this combination, and I love wearing it. So that's very subjective of me, I guess. And it's just simple and pretty. So how much better can you get?
Yeah, so this is one of those projects that you are personally are wearing all the time.
Yeah. And not all of those get them because some of these projects that I make are a little bit too extravagant even for me. So I make them, I like them, I put them away.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to always make things in different styles, but it doesn't mean that it's your personal style. So I totally see that.
Yeah. But it's also about appreciating like different like color combinations that you don't necessarily wear every day, but you can like appreciate it by making it. And thankfully, you can just, sell your work to people who do like this style or this colorway.
Yeah, I think you can always find someone who likes something. So, yeah. What's next?
The next project is actually one of the most unconventional ones I think I did. I mean, the flowers that use the silk ribbon. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You made a brooch.
Yes, a brooch. Oh my God, do you have to like be petty about it? Because I understand that you're referencing the fact that for the entire video, I pronounced brooch the wrong way.
Brooch.
And what did I say? I say brooch all through the video.
I mean, I think it's like close enough. I used to say brooch because I never heard anybody use this word and only read it in a book. So I pronounced it the way it's written, Brooch, brooch. And then I had an awkward moment where someone corrected me. So brooch, I think, is closer.
Yeah, well, as you can probably tell, English is not my first language, so I get a pass for this one, I think. So
Absolutely.
I made this brooch. Brooch?
I think brooch, but
I get my
if
mind
anybody
twisted.
thinks we're wrong, please tell us below.
Yeah, so I made this brooch because this wasn't a new thing for me, even though I feel this is kind of innovative because I haven't seen it much, but I actually made this one a necklace some time ago. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. And I used this technique and I really, really wanted to show everyone how to do it because it makes such nice flowers. Yeah, so that's the necklace. And I also made a prototype for this one with Gina's collection. And then I made it with some of our other silk ribbon and our new series of Gleamcraft findings that we had at the time.
Wow.
And
Yeah, I think this one, well, your necklace from a few years ago is absolutely stunning. Do you still
thank
have
you.
it, or is this something that you sold?
Actually, I sold the first one that I made, and then a year later, I had someone else reach out to me asking me to make another one. So I actually made the identical one twice and sold it twice.
Wow. It's really
So
beautiful. It's very, the green and the pink together just give this feel of like a garden. And it's just so elaborate and gorgeous. Do you have any sense of what these people were wearing it to? Like some kind of special event, or they just dress like this every day?
I have no idea, and
They didn't
frankly,
send you
I wouldn't.
pictures?
No, I wouldn't wear it because it's too big and too extravagant for me. But I imagine if you're like just a person who lives their best life and doesn't care what anybody says, and like when you want to wear flowers on your neck, you wear it. I think maybe these were these kinds of people, hopefully, or
Yeah,
maybe
you're
just
just
some
living like
photographers.
you're a queen and you're just living your life.
Yeah, and they're also quite easy to make, as I say about my every project almost. Yeah.
You
All
make it
right.
easy with your instructions.
Thank
Because, like,
you.
looking at this, I mean, I wouldn't know where to start. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's the hardest part, like knowing where to start. And when somebody shows you, everything can get much easier. So I hope that's what our videos are doing.
I think
Yeah.
so.
All right. Are we rating it?
Yes.
But just the flower that I recorded a tutorial for, right?
Yeah, just the flower brooch.
Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh my, a 9! I wouldn't expect that.
What a surprise.
Yeah. See, I first gave it a 6 because, like,
Oh, I was gonna say, like, is that an 8 or is that like a pair of glasses?
oh yeah, hello. So it was a 6 because it's very large. It's not something you would wear probably, although I took some pictures with wearing it like in here in a shirt, and it looks really nice in here. But it's very large, and also it can get dirty, with all of the silk ribbon, and it's hard to clean. Why am I kind of dissing my own work anyway? But I changed it to 8 because it's actually really pretty where you wear it, and especially if you add some dangles, as I did in the tutorial. So
Yeah, I'm
maybe
sure you
an
can
8.
spot clean it with like a little like Q-tip or something. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Do you think it would work to put on a hat band or on a headband and like really make it like a thing that you would wear on your head?
Yeah, it actually could work like this. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, and you could rock it in the winter, for example, when you can't see basically any other jewelry because of the scarves and the coat. Yeah, do try that.
Yeah, or
Um,
if you're like one of those fancy ladies and you wear like a fascinator, like with a little bit of like a cover mesh over your face and like, pulling a Jackie Kennedy,
Yeah, and if you're
you can get fancy.
accidentally like attending the races in the UK.
Yes, they always get elaborate with those. Then you would need like five of them just to be taller than the lady sitting next to you.
Oh yeah, totally. So you can do that with it as well. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to another project that was made about the same time, I think just a little bit later. And I mean the Velvet Garden earrings. that surprisingly not that many people liked, I think. Because let us know in the comments why isn't it that popular? Because I love it. I love it so much. This is gonna be a 10. This is gonna be a 10 for me, okay? I'm already giving away my rating, but I really love French wire. It's like my obsession. And here you can see a bracelet that I started making because these were supposed to be a bracelet, actually. And I started making it with all of the supplies from our October collection, Dark Blossoms. By the way, some of them may be still available when you're watching, so go check that out. I had some more supplies than I needed, and so I started making this bracelet as a prototype for the tutorial. But this took me, and I'm not lying, like 15 episodes to get to this point. Okay, that might have been a series with 25-minute episodes, but it took me way longer than I thought anyone would care to spend to make a bracelet. Yeah, so this project quickly became earrings, so something completely different, but they came out quite nice, I think, as well. And it's like the basics of embroidering with French wire, but it already looks super nice and super elaborate. And yeah, I wish more people did that because I think it's super nice. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's beautiful. I think it adds something, like, it just looks like, I don't know how to explain it, but like gilded, like it's added some, like, as if you were using fine, I mean, it just looks like you're making fine jewelry instead of like costume beaded type jewelry, which is essentially kind of what we are doing with our projects. It looks like something an empress would wear,
Oh,
with
yeah.
real jewels, like, instead of crystal. So I absolutely think it's gorgeous. I wonder if people maybe saw the pictures and just right away were like, that must be really hard, and because it's so elaborate, and felt like maybe it was more of an experienced beading project.
Yeah, I wonder if I should like get that across more clearly so that people could understand that, you can make it too if you want. So for anybody watching, let us know what you think. Should these earrings be like shown off as something more accessible, or did you get the impression that they were like more difficult to make, or that you didn't have enough experience, or are they just not as pretty as I think they are? So let us know.
Yeah, please. We always
Okay,
want to hear from you guys.
so my rating is not going to be a surprise here. You ready?
Yes. One, two, three.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm lower than you.
Yeah, for me, this is the only project that I'm gonna give a 10 to, because just like it's a personal preference. I'm biased. So yeah,
I
I
think
really like them.
I think like also the fact that it's related to the collection is a big plus. Like, the colors in the collection are beautiful, and the concept behind it is beautiful. The image that was chosen is beautiful. I mean, I think the whole thing was just stunning.
Yeah, and the velvet fabric that we included, I think many people discovered it like through this collection, and it's so versatile. I really love it for bead embroidery, and like you can do so many things with it. So yeah, that was used in this project. We're already in October, and what else is in October? Halloween, right? So there's another project that I wanted to talk about that has never been actually, and it's never been made. I just thought of it and started making it like with some other project, but I wanted to show it here so that maybe we could ask people if they want it to be a tutorial for the next Halloween. And what I mean is this necklace that I actually have here because I thought this would look nice on camera. So it's a necklace that I thought actually looks a little bit like a worm. It's green. This year the Beetlejuice 2 was coming out, and this is actually also just like one stitch all the way. And I thought that I could make a tutorial for it, but this too took a lot of time, so eventually I didn't go through with it. But maybe everyone can let us know if they would be up for a tutorial that would be for something that takes you hours.
I mean, I think it's super cool. I love the colors. Beetlejuice is for sure like a really great like inspiration. It also gives me, I don't know if this was something that you watched when you were a kid, but when I was a kid, Nickelodeon shows were really popular, and the big thing they always did was like slime people. So they would like just pour buckets of this green substance on people as like, I don't know, a
It's
thing that
definitely
was.
it's giving that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it really takes me back to my childhood. I think it's so fun. And the texture of it is like very, very, very neat. So I don't know. I would like to see you make this one on camera. It's also the kind of meditative, repetitive stitch like you mentioned before, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it might be another nice one for anyone who has a lot of beads and a lot of time on their hands. So let's also not rate this one because it never came to be, but maybe our viewers will tell us in the comments if they want to see that made into a tutorial, and maybe what other colors you would make this in to make it look maybe a little bit less like a green worm. So before we go on to the last project on our list, and one of the most requested ones as well, we're going to tell you to watch till the very end. Don't stop just here because we have a special announcement as well in this video. So keep watching. It's gonna be super cool. You're gonna love it. But now about the project. So you remember our March collection, right? This was our anniversary collection. Like we all chipped in when we were creating this collection. It was really, really nice. Actually, back when we started creating this collection, I started coming up with ideas. This was, back in the beginning of the year. And I came up with the idea for this pendant back then, and I made a prototype. It was really nice. I was just waiting to get my collection, and then I forgot how I made it because I don't know
No, that's the worst. Oh.
but I don't know about other beaters. If so, let us know in the comments if you get that too. If you're designing anything, like you make something and then you want to remake it. And it's even worse if you want to show others how to make it because it kind of makes me question my entire like authority when it comes to, making tutorials. But I wanted to record it. I wanted to record a tutorial for the collection launch so that, we have something to show people how to make with this collection. And I wanted to record this one, and I completely forgot how I made it. And I didn't have time to really remember, so I just put it away. I thought maybe we can do this later, Time passed with some other tutorials with the collection. Check them out as well. This is the Beaded Bead and the like celestial jellyfish earrings. I love them as well. But this one was special because I really loved it. It was on my mat for the longest time. So finally I decided around July to remake it to remember how I made it. So I made it again, made another prototype. So I have two prototypes now. And then it turned out that we weren't going to restock this collection in July like we thought we would. So I thought, you know what?
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought I'm gonna wait a little bit more, but alas, I did not write it down. You can guess that I forgot again how I made this pendant. It makes me cringe when I think about it because it's so silly. In the end, I didn't end up making a third prototype because that would be like too much even for me. But I kind of took the second prototype apart to discover how I myself, who designed it,
You
made it.
reverse engineered it.
Totally. So, see, sometimes that's what happens. And yeah, I figured it out. I wrote it down this time to finally record it, so that everyone knows it's not that easy for all of us. So, like, designing is not like just something that you whip up and you do, and you just already know how to make, because, sometimes I have to figure myself out too.
Yeah, well, no matter how much talent you have, it also takes a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely. And work and rethinking and trying with other beads, with other solutions, with.
Work, planning, counting, math, all the things that I don't want to do, which is why I watch tutorials and do exactly what they tell me to do because they've already outsourced all of that thinking for me.
Definitely. So that's why tutorials and patterns are very useful, and they're the go-to basically, because most people don't design their own jewelry because it's a lot of unnecessary like time spent thinking about it when you can just have it and have ideas ready made for you. It's even better with the kits, like our latest kit that we did, the perfect kit, as we called them. So, like, you have these earrings, you can wear them every day. You don't have to think how to make them. You just follow the pattern that you get in a PDF file, and you're all set. You have all the supplies in the kit, and you don't need anything more, because those kits also have needles and threads and earring findings and everything in them. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
one-stop shop, right?
yeah, exactly. And with that segue, oh, by the way, I just wanted to mention one more thing for everybody who loves bicones just as much as me. And if you use Austrian bicones, like our elite Eureka crystal bicones, do these bicones hate you too? Because making this pendant and recording this tutorial, I always tell everyone to be careful with your thread and with your bicones. But am I careful myself? No. So I cut my thread with those bicones. They cut my thread twice as I was recording. And
Uh,
do not make my mistake, really. Precondition your thread, be gentle, pre-stretch it.
yeah, better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I think we've reached the end of our list. For everyone watching, let us know in the comments which projects we missed and you liked and would like to hear something more about. But meanwhile,
Wait,
Nishka,
are we
what
rating it?
I completely forgot about it. Yeah, let's rate it. Let's rate that problematic project. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I really
Another
like this
9.
one. I gave it a 9 just because it gives you so much trouble.
No, instead of a 10.
Right.
Okay, thank you. I give it a 7 because of all the trouble and because I'm literally sick of looking at it. I made it 3 times. Okay, that's a 7. But really, I like it. I love the colors, especially the teal and the pink and the gold. Right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this
Right.
Crystal Waters collection colors, just magnificent.
All right, Nishka. So, what special thing do we have prepared for our viewers today?
So, yes, thank you for staying with us and watching all the way up until now. We are going to reward you for your patience with an announcement of a giveaway. So we are giving away a collection. We like to do these collection giveaways every so often, and the lucky winners get a full Eureka collection. This time, we're giving away our Harmony collection. Yes, this very, very beautiful, neutral collection that's got so many different seed beads and gleam craft findings and elite crystals. It's just chock full of beady goodness. So if you want a chance to win this collection, all you have to do to enter is leave a comment on this video. You can tell us which of the projects that we talked about was your favorite, or something that you found funny or interesting about the behind the scenes things that Aga revealed to you. And then you just need to fill out the form at the link that's in the description of the video so we know who you are. And we will be picking from the people who entered. The giveaway dates are we posted below. So whatever date is listed, that is the last day that you can enter. And then we will announce the winner a day after that.
Okay, so thanks to everyone who has watched this video. Thank you so much for being with us throughout the year, shopping with us, or just watching our videos on YouTube. It means a lot to me, so thank you very much. All the best for the new year from the entire Eureka team. We love delivering you beads and tutorials and patterns that you can use to make beautiful beaded things, right?
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone. Happy New Year. And we are excited to bring you so much more cool new stuff for 2025.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.